I am excited to be here. I've also had a lot of coffee, so bear with me. I do want to get the boring stuff out of the way first. I'm Michael Rosenberg. I'm a PhD student in mechanical engineering here at UW. And I say that's boring because it doesn't really tell you anything about who I am. It just tells you what I do. But it's necessary so I can contradict it by saying, one, I don't like the city. I didn't grow up here. I don't understand. Two, I generally don't value technological progress and sort of adding on to the complexity of society. So that sort of begs the question, why on earth am I here? And I've asked myself that a few times. But hopefully the story that I'm about to tell you will help explain that and elucidate it, as well as telling you not only who I am, but what I value and what assumptions I make. So we'll start with a little bit about where I grew up, move into my formative years in high school, then to my other formative years as an undergraduate, and now to where I am in grad school here at the university. Sound good? Great. And I'll be a little over dramatic. So I was born in the mountains of western North Carolina, to the son of a social gerontologist and an accountant, a Jew turned agnostic and a Catholic turned atheist. Needless to say, I was not going to be an engineer, and I did not fit in the Bible Belt. Fortunately, there was one high school in our county, so I wasn't missing out on the good STEM program that didn't exist, and everyone had to get to know me whether they agreed with me or not. But high school was kind of boring. I didn't like math or science or English or anything, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do, till I took physics. And when I took physics, something clicked, and I started to see connections between math and science and the physical world. And I saw correlation and cause and effect, and all of a sudden I realized that I could not only predict, but quantify the consequences of my actions in the physical world, which was really exciting because I could not predict the social consequences of my actions. But I liked physics and this quantification and prediction so much that I went to North Carolina State University for a bachelor's in mechanical engineering. But just like high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. But I kind of like cars, so I tried an automotive manufacturing internship. That was cool. It was fast-paced, it was high pressure. You got to work with engineers, production workers, managers, everyone. And it was such a good experience, and I learned so much that after a year, I wanted nothing to do with cars. And I didn't care in the least about making money for a CEO. The thing that I saw value in during my time there were the projects that made the production workers' lives a little bit easier, because they had a hard 9 to 5, and that really resonated with me. But I still didn't know what I wanted to do, so I tried research, and I had a fantastic advisor who gave me a project and really let me run with it. And after about a month, I was in love with it. The intellectual challenge, the way you could chase your ideas any way you wanted, was just so fascinating to me. And I knew that I wanted to do something related to research. I wanted to go to grad school. But I still didn't know what I wanted to do. Until one day, at the very end of a class, almost in passing, a professor of mine mentioned this thing called rehabilitative engineering. I sort of perked up. You can use mechanical engineering to directly impact human health? Oh, that's cool. So that summer, I poured through papers on upper limb and lower limb rehabilitative and assistive devices. And I took exams and I spoke to professors and I applied to grad school and I got into the University of Washington. But just like high school and just like college, I was clueless. I didn't really know where to go and who to talk to, but I was in the right place at the right time. And a professor happened to have a fantastic project that she needed a grad student on. That's where I am today. I'm trying to quantify gait in children with cerebral palsy to be able to predict how assistive devices can impact how they move. And I see so much value in that work because it's benefiting an underrepresented population. As an added bonus, look at the system I'm trying to quantify. It's no longer physics where we're calling a cat a particle. This is the human body. It's incredibly complex and it's a total mess and it's fascinating. And the opportunity has really been fantastic, both at the university and traveling to conferences, so on and so forth. So that's me. That's where I am, and I hope that helps answer the question of why I'm here. It's been such a wonderful experience, and I've learned so much from it. I can deal with the city for a little while. And maybe you guys saw some other themes in that talk, that I really value human health more than money or technology or progress. And on top of that, I really love this quantification, this building models of the physical world. Really, I'm going to be a robot by the time I graduate. And whether you like it or not, you can expect to see those themes recur in some of my future talks.